90. Be brave. Cowards are normally cruel, but courageous men know how to forgive and save others. To surrender without struggling in war is the sign of the great cowards. Every creature tries to save its own life. He who is fearless and independent can save others from fear. Cowards are harassed and defeated everywhere. Leave misery and cowardness. Cowardness is the most shameful matter in the world. Nobody is praised for a coward discourtesy. Between two cowards he enjoys a better status who understands about others' cowardness. A weak soul is more inactive than an empty money bag. He who is not courageous is afraid of everything is a coward, although having many good probabilities. Normally the slavery behaviors of human being are not true, but in reality his humanly thoughts becomes wrong. So long a man behaves like a coward slave, fear chains up his two legs. Cowardice comes from fear. It is simply a matter of powerlessness which left imagination. Cowards can never rely on themselves. Cowards die many times before their actual death. Courageous persons do not die more than once only. A lion searches for its prey in livelihood. The lion of Allah wants desireless salvation and physical death with temporary and perishable body. Cowardness is a great obstacle for acquiring a full-fledged humanity. Clashes and conflicts are a must in the struggles of life, but should be discouraged by it as a sign of cowardness. A coward is like a woman and a greedy devote is like an outlaw. Shed off mental weakness, then only you can win the world. You need only courage. Weakness should be hated and given up. Weakness goes away with the thought that you are omnipresent. Weakness and idolism may come from too much faith on a particular person. Weakness has swallowed us and we have leaned ourselves towards wrong things. Avoid the company who is a coward of taking revenge honestly and justifiably. A weak man is dangerous for a powerful man, as quicksand for an elephant. Quicksand can't resist, as such it takes everything downwards. A storm comes as natural process when there is less density of air in the atmosphere and nobody can stop it even in the name of religion. Likewise, if you maintain weakness in yourself, oppression will automatically attack you. Nobody can stop it. Be courageous, positive and active. Nothing but cowardice pulls a man backward. So don't be disheartened. Austerity is also necessary with courage. One can be courageous through efforts and austerities. Apart from inherent courage, honest speaking and deeds increase a man's courage. Remain prepared for the worst possible situation and have courage. To remain stable in a terrifying situation is heroism. A hero faces his critical situation and enemy with firmness. A fearless remains unperturbed in sorrow, greed or great fear. Those who are courageous and self-confident are able to do any job they are engaged. Forgiveness and prayer relax and strengthen a man mentally. After committing a crime, the world seems to be brittle and nothing can save it. Where a feeling of crime is predominant, courage is limited there. Keep yourself free from crime, not out of fear but considering it as duty. Good luck and love are the companions of a fearless man. Fools are always courageous because they don't think over consequence of anything. Fools enter speedily where the angels are afraid of entering. Courage is a preventive measure against fear. One can succeed if he starts his job with courage. Even weak people also become courageous sometimes when their personal freedom are interfered. They are courageous who have a clear idea about wills and woes. Don't show your teeth if you don't have the courage to bite. A courageous man is also a self-confident man. He who is courageous wins the struggles of life. He who is not afraid of death is really courageous. An unjustified courage is powerless. A man may be great courageous but he is to count political power. Be courageous, at least pretend to be courageous and hide your fear. He is more courageous who has defeated his desires instead of defeating his enemies. He is really courageous who can fulfill his desires as well as can defeat his enemies. Self-confidence is the root of heroism. Gold is tested by fire and courage is tested by distress. A hero shows himself during crisis. Gold is hardened by heat treatment and a courageous man by crisis period. A human being is brought up in crisis and an inhuman being is born in abundance. Everybody has mysterious inherent qualities. Yet self-contradiction pulls us backward. Not due to lack of information or any instruments of competition, but lack of self-confidence drags us backward. Self-confidence is called in many ways, that is courage, daringness, carelessness, showmanship, cunningness, overboldness, patience, merit, creativity, etc. Whatever name it may be called, finally it determines one's future. Too much of fear suppresses a man's genius. That greatest obstacle of genius is too much of fear and self-contradiction. In practical world, courageous men overtake the intelligent men. For financial prosperity, two things are necessary: practical knowledge and courage. This period is very much exciting and romantic to live. So, better welcome a change than to be afraid of it. It is better to think positively and to try to solve a problem in a constructive way, rather than being anxious. At that time the courageous people will go ahead and the others will remain with the old and eroded ideas. Fright is a humanly weakness. It is said in a fable that once a magician converted a rat into a cat fallen in a danger. Then the rat, which used to be afraid of cats earlier, started to be afraid of dogs. Then the magician converted it into a dog. But then the converted dog used to be afraid of tigers. It is because a coward remains coward for all the time. For mental treatment and solace, one should remain away from people and try to drive away fear from his mind. If the pearl seekers think about jaws of the shark, he can't put on the dress of a diver. One cannot pass the trial of courage only through dying, but he is the winner who succeeds and remains alive. Courage removes many difficulties. Courage remains hidden, it is not always seen. We do not try to save ourselves from danger, till it comes. Nobody can ensure about his courage before facing a danger. Courage is such an asset by which one can face all kinds of dangers and disasters. The greatest performance of a courageous man is to accept defeat without being disheartened. In this world, the greatest courageous man is he who accepts defeat with a firm mentality. It is much easier to carry a gun than to show courage. A man's life is his greatest teacher. Although you remain morally superior and spotless honest, yet you will be pushed from all around. You won't be pushed so much only if you are intelligent. This intelligence enables one to differentiate between power and weakness. Most of the time our lives push us suddenly without any prior notice. Then all our roots becomes loose. Weak people become afraid. Strong and courageous take lesson from it, wake up, learns more new things with the change of time and implement it. If you can learn from your life, you can prosper. Otherwise, your life will keep on pushing you from all around. Somebody keeps on tolerating it and somebody pushes back. But in the way of struggle, it is better to adopt intelligence and techniques rather than anger. They leave these pushes as the taste of life. In this world, he is helpless who is coward and weak. Nature loves a courageous man. So, the courageous people are always garlanded with success and weak people only deserve hatred and failure. Sometimes honor, popularity and love also come to weak people, but they can't hold it. Only a single courageous man is equal to majority number of people. It is easier to be courageous from danger to maintain safe distance. Those who have enough courage to face a war, luck makes them great. Luck favors the courageous ones. It is not that only education and intelligence only help a man in this world, but the greatest need for him is courage. Courage leads a man to success. The way to success is courage by overcoming all obstacles, dangers, storms and tornadoes.